Wants and needs, wants and needs. Life boils down to what you want and what you need. So let's say you're on the market and you need a compact city car that gives you great MPGs, but also need it to be fancy. Well, if you talk to me, I'm gonna tell you to take a look at the 2022 Hyundai Venue Limited. Let's talk about it. City car, college car, extra car, all these names you could put with the Venue because it embodies all those facets of life. To start off with, it's a Hyundai, so you get America's best warranty, 10 years, 100,000 mile powertrain, 5 years, 60,000 mile bumper to bumper, and obviously 5 years of roadside assistance for free. Not to mention, at this point in time, you also get 3 years or 36,000 miles of free oil changes. So cost of ownership of this car is absolutely phenomenal. Oh, and by the way, if you happen to live in Central Florida, make sure you come and see me by clicking the link below that says schedule with Miguel. That way I can guarantee that once you get here, you'll be getting me, so I can actually save you some money, because it breaks my heart every time somebody comes into my dealership, buy from somebody else, and doesn't get the deal that I could have given them. But if you want to save some money, come on down, click the link below, let me help you out. But back to the video. Something else that all the Venue shares is that powertrain I was telling you about. Has a 4-cylinder engine that gives you 121 horsepower. And even though it doesn't sound like a lot, because it's not, it actually does give you a lot of MPGs. Combining city and highway, you're averaging about 31 MPGs, which is absolutely phenomenal, especially when you consider that this thing is actually not a hybrid, it's a crossover, which makes it all the more versatile. An easy way to tell the Limited is twofold. One, if you can see the rims, it might be a Limited because the Limited does bring 17-inch alloy wheels, but the SEL also does bring the same size wheels. So what's another way to tell Limited is a Limited? Well, if you're able to see the headlights, what you want to do is look for the daytime running light options, because the Limited is the only one to bring the LED daytime running lights that wrap around the headlights. And speaking of the headlights, when you turn on the headlights, they're actually white LEDs. So gone are the days of having old yellow bulbs if you happen to get the Venue Limited, because these things are way easier to see with that bright white LED light. Another phenomenal thing that makes it a really good car on the road are all the safety features that you get. You have forward collision avoidance assist with pedestrian detection, meaning that if little Billy is running across the street chasing his ball, if you don't have enough time to hit the brakes, the car will. Not to mention, blind spots really give you that overall situational awareness that is so important on the road these days. Now, what about the space on the Venue? It's actually not bad. Not only can you take more than enough groceries with all the space in the back here, you also have this little ledge which you can kind of customize. First off, if you don't want nosy people in your business or just trying to keep the ice cream out of the sun, go ahead, leave that little ledge engaged and you will be absolutely fine. But let's say if you have some taller packages, well, integrated into the bodywork of the Venue is this little slide. You can actually put that little ledge tucked away right behind the seat, so that way you don't have to bend anything or leave it in the garage and inconvenience yourself. Nope, everything is already included in the car. Now, that is actually with the seats up. If you happen to lay the seats down and leave that little shade in place, you can actually cordon off the car. Let's say you have a dog and you want to leave them in the middle compartment but don't need them to get all the way into the trunk. Well, you can actually set it up however you would like. But let's say you need to maximize the space because you have some appliances to bring home. No worries, take the shade out and you have a massive amount of room behind the front two seats. Something that I found fascinating these days genuinely is the lack of features similar cars actually have to this, because another great thing that you get in the Limited is remote start. No, you don't have to go and spend 50 grand to get remote start on your car. You can do it from your key. So as long as you lock the car 2 times, all you have to do is push and hold the little circle button that says hold, and a few seconds later, the car turns on and you are ready to hop inside. Now, approaching the car, as long as the key is on your person, just push the button on the doors unlock, and you are on your way. And speaking of the interior, look how nice the accommodations are. Like I said, on the outside, the Limited has a few nice features, but it is also duplicated on the inside. And one easy way to tell that this is Limited is the interior seats. You have half cloth and half leather. That way, as you hop in, you feel good about where you're going, and also leather wrapped steering wheel, really rounding out the fanciness of the Limited when you're driving. Another cool thing that adds to the interior appeal of the car is the touchscreen interface. I mean, it's 2022, come on. You basically need those if you want to be a successful car manufacturer. But the Limited takes it a step further, because not only do you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but you also have factory navigation, meaning that if you happen to drop your phone, the screen cracks, and you are no longer able to use it, what do you do if you're in a new town? Well, if you have the Venue Limited, all you do is go to your car's navigation, plug in wherever you need to go, and you are on your way. No worries about being lost in a different city because your phone is broken. And with the Venue Limited, that is an option for you. One new interior motif that many of the Hyundais are bringing, from the Kona all the way up to the Palisade, is the little drive mode knob. All you have to do is switch between drive modes on the fly, and you can change the way the car drives. You can go from normal, sport, and snow. Normal if you're going around the city just trying to save gas and enjoy your life. Sport if you need to get around some slow poke. And snow is pretty self-explanatory. If it's snowing outside, put in snow mode so you can maximize the traction for the car. If it is a little chilly outside because it's snowing and that coat is not doing you any good, go ahead, turn on those heated seats to warm up those chilly bones. Now, speaking of warming up, you do have a good bit of technology in the car before you actually get into it, because another great feature that this car brings is the Blue Link system. If you've never heard of Blue Link, no worries, I will explain it to you. It is Hyundai's telematics system, meaning that if you want to turn on your car before you get up from your couch, you do not need to grab your key. You go straight to your phone, download the Blue Link app, and turn the car on. And remember, you do have digital AC, so not only can you set the runtime, you can actually set the temperature. So if your car is blazing hot, make the temperature cold. If your car is freezing cold, make the temperature as warm as you like. Before even getting off the couch, before even leaving your desk at work, it is absolutely phenomenal. And the best part is that it is free for 3 years. Now, if you're still watching this video, you're probably thinking, all right, okay, this Limit is not bad, but he said it was kind of tiny, so the backseat space must be absolute garbage. That is not the case at all. Let me show you. The Hyundai engineers knew that they had to stay competitive in the space race, as you can see here in the second row. Now, I am 6'1", and I am about 200 and way more than 200 pounds, but even though I am this tall, I could fit comfortably here with enough space to stretch out my legs a bit, and not only that, enough headroom with all this gel on my hair. The Venue is absolutely amazing when it comes to interior volume and interior space, and I swear it feels more roomy than the Kona, which is technically a little bit bigger, but this feels more roomy, which again makes it a perfect city car, college car, or just an extra car for you to drive around with the family. And so guys, that was the 2022 Hyundai Venue Limited. And no, I didn't talk about every single little detail on the car because it would take way too long and I'm too fun for that. But if you like this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. And by the way, again, if you live in Orlando, click the link below, make an appointment with me, and I'm gonna give you the hookup. But till next time, I'm gonna go your car guy, and I'll see you soon. Something else that all the venues, okay. Something else that's nice is that is what. Now, if you're this far in the video, I think you heat exhaustion probably. I should have brought water.